All right, let's jump right in. There's this feeling, I bet a lot of us know it well. It's that feeling of being professionally stuck. You're putting in the hours, but the road ahead just feels foggy. Or maybe it doesn't even feel like your road anymore. And now, just to make things interesting, we've got this massive new player on the field, artificial intelligence. It's changing everything. So today, we're going to build a roadmap, a way to get unstuck and actually find fulfillment in this brand new world.
So, does this question hit home? If you're nodding right now, trust me, you are in very good company. This feeling isn't some kind of personal failure, it's a sign of the times. The whole idea of what a career even is has been shifting under our feet for a while now, and AI is just hitting the accelerator.
And what's really fascinating is that this isn't just about your first job out of college. I mean, look at this quote. It comes from research on biomedical PhDs. We're talking about people at the absolute peak of their fields. Even for them, that old straight line career ladder is basically gone. They're actively jumping off it for paths that offer better balance and a chance to make an impact now. So if the ladder's gone, what do we do instead? This right here, this is the single biggest mindset shift we need to make. We've got to stop thinking about our careers as some rigid structure we have to climb. Instead, we need to start seeing our career as a story that we get to write, a narrative we can shape, edit, and totally revise whenever we need to. And listen, this isn't just some nice, feel-good metaphor. This idea is actually backed by a ton of modern career science. The whole field has moved on from that old, outdated model of find your perfect job to something way more dynamic and, honestly, way more human. It's called career construction theory. And what it does is put you right in the driver's seat. It gets that in our complex world, a career is all about creating meaning for yourself, building a personal story through everything you do and learn. The bottom line here is you have agency. You're the one holding the pen. Okay, so if you're the author of your own story, you need a theme, right? A plot. You need a direction. And a fantastic tool for finding that direction is the Japanese concept of ikigai. It roughly translates to your reason for being, and it works like an amazing compass for your career story. So, your ikigai is found where four key things overlap. Let's break it down. First circle, what do you just absolutely love doing? That's your passion. Second, what are you actually genuinely great at? That's your profession. Third circle, what does the world really need right now? That's your mission. And finally, the fourth, what can you get paid to do? That's your vocation. Your ikigai, that sweet spot of fulfillment, is right in the middle, where all four of those circles meet. And this is where it all just clicks. This framework explains that stuck feeling perfectly. Think about it. If you're really good at your job and it pays the bills, but you don't love it and it feels pointless, well, that's just drudgery. Or what if you're doing something you love and it's for a great cause, but you can't make a living from it? That's a hobby, not a career. Feeling stuck almost always means one of these circles is missing. Now here's how this all connects directly to AI. Artificial intelligence is unbelievable at the paid for and great at circles. It's all about efficiency, skill, and market value. But you know what it can't do? It has absolutely no capacity for genuine human passion. It can't feel a deep sense of mission. So your unique, unautomatable advantage in the age of AI lies in those two circles it can never touch: what you love and what you believe the world needs. Which brings us to the elephant in the room, right? That fear of being replaced by AI. It's totally real. But the best way forward isn't to try and outcompete the machine. It's to learn how to collaborate with it. We have to reframe AI from a threat into our most powerful tool. This anxiety is so common that researchers actually have a name for it: Stara awareness. It's the official term for that stress and uncertainty that comes from knowing all this smart tech is reshaping our jobs. And honestly, just knowing it's a real documented thing can be the first step to getting a handle on it. And we have to take it seriously. This research shows it's not just some vague worry. This awareness is directly linked to some pretty heavy outcomes, like burnout, depression, and just being less satisfied with your career. The fear is real, and it has real consequences. So what do we do about it? The antidote is to move from fear to fluency. And look, you don't have to become a machine learning engineer overnight, but you do need to develop what's called AI literacy. That means understanding what these tools can do, how they work in general, and most importantly, how you can use them in your own work. And this partnership is already happening all around us. In marketing, AI is running hyper-targeted campaigns at a scale no human team could.
In healthcare, it's acting like a second pair of expert eyes, helping doctors with diagnoses. In manufacturing, it's predicting when a machine will break down before it happens. In every single one of these cases, AI is a tool that's making humans better at their jobs.
So, how do you actually build this new AI literacy? Well, it's not just about signing up for a few online courses. There's a really well-known model in the learning world that shows us a much more powerful way. I want you to just think for a second. Where does most of your real on-the-job learning come from? Is it from that workshop you took last year? That online certificate? The data might surprise you. The vast majority of it comes from this number, 70%.
This is the 70-20-10 model. It's a guideline that suggests that 70% of our learning comes from direct experience, from tough jobs, stretch projects, and just getting our hands dirty. 20% comes from other people, our mentors, our bosses, our colleagues, and only about 10% comes from formal courses. The message here is crystal clear. If you want to learn AI, you have to start using AI.
Now, to be clear, this isn't some rigid scientific law. It's more of a rule of thumb. But, as the Association for Talent Development says, it's a super useful reminder that real learning is happening constantly. And the most powerful learning happens when we actually apply what we know in the real world.
All right, we've talked mindset, we've got our compass, and we have a learning strategy. Let's make this super practical. What are some real actions you can take, like this week, to start writing that next chapter?
Okay, 3 things. First, do a quick skills audit. What are your legacy skills, things AI can probably do faster now? And what are your uniquely human skills, like creative problem solving or empathy? Focus on those. Second, and this is the cool part, use AI to help you. There are amazing AI-powered tools that can scan your resume and suggest career paths you've never even thought of. And third, connect with what's called lateral talent. These are experienced people in your industry who are also learning AI. Your deep industry knowledge plus new tech skills, that's an absolutely killer combination. And remember, you're not doing this alone in the dark. All over the world, governments and industries are pouring money and resources into building up the AI ecosystem. And they're not just looking for kids fresh out of school. They are desperate for experienced professionals, people like you, who have the real-world context to use this technology wisely. Your experience is your biggest asset. So we end right back where we started, but hopefully with a totally new perspective. Your career isn't a ladder you have to blindly climb. It's a story. And you're the author. And now you have access to the most powerful pen ever created. The question is no longer if AI will change your career. The real question is, how are you going to use it to write your next, most amazing chapter?